web server. For example, if you implement any logics by using Java JSP, okay, means Java Hibernate Spring Boot, like that we have, or as ASP, Node.js, or PHP. All these comes under server-side scripting languages. Like that, we have these two types of scripting languages. The first one is the client-side scripting language, and second one is the server-side scripting languages. Is it clear? So client-side scripting languages executes where? In browser. And server-side scripting languages execute in web server. Is it clear? Yes. So that is the concept of this. Now, what is React.js? React.js is nothing but a client-side scripting language. Yes. So already I told you client-side scripts we are using to validate the input controls. Okay. To validate the input controls. Next one. To apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML controls. Okay. And to work with the Ajax to execute some logics in browser like that. Okay. So programmatically, I will show you later. So these are the concepts we are using to work with these client-side scripts. Is it clear? Server-side scripts execute in server. The main concept of server-side scripts, nothing but to connect with the database, okay, to create the token sessions, like in that point of getting the support of server-side scripts. But in companies, okay, we don't work with the server-side technologies. Okay. Yeah. Because UI developers work with the client-side technologies. Okay. And server-side programmers, they are using the server-side technologies to work. Anyhow, this is the concept. Yes. Yeah. So I hope you're clear with this, right? Now, and also I shared some points in the yesterday's class. Okay. What are those points? React JS implemented by who implemented? Mr. Jordan in the year 2013. He is one of the employees of Facebook. Okay. He is one of the employees of Facebook. He implemented this React JS in the year 2013. So it is a product of Facebook Corporation. So that is the main point of this. Okay. Yes. So React.js is the product of Facebook Corporation. Got it. Yes. Now, what are the features we have in this React.js? Yes. Compare with the other technologies like Java Angular. Okay. Next one, JavaScript, etc. So what are the features we have in this React.js? So that point we are going to discuss now. Clear? Yes. Now here, features of React.js. Okay. Yeah. If you come to the first feature, So it supports data binding. Yes, what is that? Supports data binding concept. What is data binding? I will show you one diagram. Okay. For example, you are creating variables in your development time. So at the time of application development, we are creating the variables. For example, you want to perform any calculations, like you want to find out EMI of a loan account. So for that, what are the parameters required? So principal amount, loan principal, and rate of interest, and how many months, the tenure, like that, some information is required, right? Yes, some information is required. That information we are storing in the form of variables. So like that, variables we are using to store some values. That is the concept of this. Is it clear? Variables we are using to store some values. Yes. Fine. Now, for example, I created one variable with name serial number. That variable value I want to display on the text box. Okay. Generally, what we are doing, just we are executing some code. In this code, just reading the variable value and displaying on the text box, like that displays 100 here. Get this code, reads the variable value and it displays on the text box. So if you take JavaScript or any other technology, okay, so we are writing some statements, programming statements to read the variables and to display on the controls. So in case if the variable is updated from 100 to 200, then my question is, will it display directly on the HTML control those updates without re-execution of this code? Yes, will it display? No, again you have to re-execute this code. Like that, every time, whenever the variable is modified, okay, we need to execute this code to get the updates of the variable and to display on the HTML controls. Yes. So this is somewhat big concept to the programmer, because programmer here we are not only creating a single variable, so we are creating many variables, right? So every variable updates you want to check, it is very big task to you. That is the main thing. Yes, that is the main concept. Difficult because we are creating n number of variables. For example, we are fetching the data from database that we are displaying in the form of table. Okay. So in table, user can do the operations like delete, insert, update, these type of functionalities. As user can perform these type of operations. Now in this scenario, if you want to observe each and every variable and based on that you want to update the view, okay, for that you need to write number of logics. Okay. For that reason, this React, not only React, Angular also provides data binding concept. What is data binding? Yes, this concept we are using to bind data in the sense a variable, to bind a variable with the HTML control. So this is the concept of data binding. Is it clear? Data binding is nothing but the concept of binding a data, the HTML control. So what the purpose of this? So without execution this code, what are the updates you are performing here? Those updates will automatically update, effect in this control. Is it clear? Without the execution of this code, what are the updates? we are doing in this variable, those updates automatically will affect on this control. Okay, so we have two types of data bindings, one-way data binding and two-way data binding. What is that? Programmatically we'll discuss later. Anyhow, this is the first point, supports data binding. Is it clear? And second point, if you take, supports single page applications. Yes, this is also very, very important concept. So why Angular, React, these technologies got popular? These are the two regions. One is data binding, another one is single page application. So here I will give you only the overview. Okay, programmatically we'll discuss how to work with the single page application. Around we are spending 7 days the single page application. Yes, so just a small idea about this. For example, you are creating one website and you deploy it in the server. In that website, you have pages like home, about us, contact us, like that. These pages we have. Okay, like this home, about, and next one contact. So this is the browser. Okay, yeah. So user sends a request. So first, which one is loading? Home page is loading. In this home page, you are placing the hyperlinks for about us page and contact us page. Yes. Now, if user click on the about us, one more request sending to the server and about us is loading. Contact us, one more request is sending to the server, then it is loading. Means every time, so one request is coming to the server from single user. Like that, many people will access the application. So in that moment, so many requests will come to the server. So it decreases the performance of server and increases the network traffic. This network traffic will be increased. To avoid this React.js supports single page application concept. We're also calling it as routing concept. So what is the main advantage of this is, so we are creating router object. Inside the router object, we are holding all these pages. Inside the router object, we are holding all these pages. When the user sends the first request, then what is happening? Enter that object is loading here. Okay, enter that object is loading. And there, what are the pages we have? Home, about us, contact us. Like that, these are the pages we have here. Home and about us. Next one, contact us. Like that. Now, if user click on any hyperlink, about us, contact us, home, so directly it is loading from here. Means next time onwards, no request is going to the server. So this concept we are calling as routing or single page application. So I will discuss in detail. I told you we are spending around 7 to 8 days with this concept. Then you will get more clarity about this. Is it clear? So anyhow, this is the concept of single page application or routing. Okay. So it reduces the network traffic and increases the performance of application. Yes. Yeah. Is this clear? Yes. So that is the point of this. Next one. Supports many validators. So different types of predefined validators are available. Okay. So those validators it is supporting. So in JavaScript, manually we are writing the validations. Each and every validation we're writing manually. But when you take this React.js, Okay. This React.js supports different types of validators. Those validators we are using here. Is it clear? Yeah. Supports many validators here. So even Angular also supports different types of validators. Okay. Next. Supports JSX format. Yeah, it is available in React only, not in Angular. So if you take data binding, yeah, both React Angular supports. Single page application is both. And predefined validators is both. But JSX format is available in this React.js. What is JSX? Why we are using the JSX? JSX stands for JavaScript XML. Actually, what is the full form of JSX? Nothing but the JavaScript XML. Is it clear? Yes. Now, in the JSX, okay, so if you take the JSX, we can combine the JavaScript, the HTML code. Okay, means we can combine these two technologies. Okay, JavaScript and HTML we can combine. So generally, what happens if I combine, if I write the HTML inside the JavaScript? Yes, it raises the error message. Generally, if I combine these two, you will get the error message. But if you take the JSX, okay, if you take the JSX format, we can combine these two. What is the advantage of this? Generally, okay, JavaScript we are writing in one file and HTML we are writing in another file. After execution of JavaScript, that code, that result, you want to display on any HTML text box or any other control. So that we are calling from JavaScript code, that control. So that is a time-taking process. Okay, time-taking means, so for programmer, it is somewhat big concept. Okay. But with the help of JSX, within the JavaScript, we can directly place the HTML control. Means after execution of JavaScript, so directly can place that result inside the HTML control. That is the advantage of JSX. Okay. I will explain programmatically, then you will get detailed clarity at that point of view. Okay. It supports the JSX format. Is it clear? Yes. Next one supports virtual DOM. Yes. So what is that? It is supporting what? The virtual DOM. That concept it is supporting. So what is this virtual DOM? Why we are using the virtual DOM? Yes. The virtual DOM is nothing but, okay. Yes. It is one object related to HTML. Okay. It is an object related to HTML. So once you load the HTML page, one object is creating in memory. That object we are calling as DOM. Okay. So if you take React application or HTML, only HTML or with Angular or whatever it may be, so DOM objects are creating in the memory location. I will discuss later how the DOM is creating everything. So if you do any updates in the browser, then every time the DOM is recreating. Okay, that is somewhat big task. The DOM is recreating, that is somewhat big task. But when you come to this virtual DOM, so what the benefit of this? What the benefit of the virtual DOM? Yes, the benefit is nothing but, see. So instead of recreating the DOM again and again, only the patches it is updating. For example, in the browser, you have many controls like text boxes, button, and etc. etc. You updated only one control. For only one control modification, So enter DOM is reloading by default. That is time-taking process. To avoid that, React.js is coming with this virtual DOM. What the main functionality of this virtual DOM? It observes. Okay, it observes which one is updated. So only that patchwork it is updating on the original DOM. Means instead of reloading again and again. I mean recreating here. Okay, so that is the main advantage. So in detail, I will show you. So that's why I'm not discussing more about this in this demo, because you should know what is the DOM actually and how the DOM tree is creating like that. So then you will get the clarity. So that feature is not there in Angular. Only React.js support this feature. That's why you can directly say, so React is somewhat faster than Angular. Is it clear? So React is faster than Angular. So faster means in which point of it is faster? So at the time of updating any data like that. In that scenario, it is faster than Angular. Yes. Yeah. So that is the main point of this. Got it. So anyhow, here it supports that virtual DOM. So it is very, very helpful for us. And this feature is available only in React.js. Okay. Next. React Native. We can use to implement as mobile applications. The brackets cross mobile applications. Yes. So React Native you can use to implement the mobile applications inside the brackets are given cross mobile applications. What is the meaning of this? So what is the meaning? Yes. It's nothing but, for example, website you want to develop. In designing, we are using HTML. In coding, we are using React. Website point of. Yes, designing, we are using HTML, and in coding, we are using React. Mobile application development point of view. You got it. Mobile application development point of view. For designing, we are using native, and coding, we can use React. To create the mobile screens, to design the mobile screens, we are using native. And in coding point of view, take the support of React. That is the concept. Is it clear? That is the main purpose. So not only web applications, if you know React.js, you can also develop the mobile applications. That to cross mobile application. What is the meaning of cross mobile? Supports any device. For example, using Android, if you develop the applications, it supports only Android mobiles, not supporting the other mobiles like iPhone, etc. Okay. If you develop any mobile software by using iPhone technology, it supports only iPhone, not supporting this Android and all. But if you take this React Native or PhoneGap, these technologies comes under cross mobile application development technologies. These are all cross mobile application development technologies. Means supports any type of mobile. Means one app runs under any type of device. So that is the main advantage. It is clear. So that is the main advantage of this. So that's why, so in client's investment point of view, he need not invest more money for the multiple apps. Only single app, he can, okay, pay the money for only single app. It supports any type of device. Is it clear? Yes. But we don't cover mobile application development here. Completely, we are concentrating on web application development. Okay. Next one, supports Redux. Redux we are using for data management. Actually, here state management concept is there. I will discuss it later. Okay, so if you take the cookies, sessions, local storage, etc., all this comes under state management concepts. Okay, key sessions, local storage, all this comes under state management concepts. Okay, now Redux uh, is also just like the state management object like cookie sessions, but it is more powerful than these objects. So actually, we are using the state management to transfer the data from one page to another page. That is the main purpose. Why we are in the state management concept to transfer the data from one page to another page. Okay. Now I will discuss with you how to work with this Redux and all. Okay. Anyhow, it supports that Redux concept. So we have separate package to work with the Redux. I will explain you later how to use this Redux and all. Anyhow, this is one more advantage what we have. Okay, supports Redux. Next one, yeah, simple coding. Yeah, coding point of it is very simple than JavaScript coding. Actually, these technologies, if you take that React.js, Angular, okay, all these technologies are the next level technologies of JavaScript. These technologies implemented for the simple coding, okay, reusability and more functionalities, okay, pre-implemented functionalities like that. Many concepts are available here. So that's why if you compare with the JavaScript, okay, coding is very simple. Got it? So like that, these are the features of React.js. Okay, single page application, data binding, okay, and JSX support. Like that, we have different types of features here. And if you come with that Angular, yeah, Angular is not supporting the JSX format. Okay, and Angular is not providing the virtual DOM. Is it clear? Angular is not providing the virtual DOM. Next one, Angular is not supporting the native Jasper. Yeah, it is not supporting the native and like that. So next thing is if we take Angular, yes, in Angular we are using TypeScript. Means if you want to work with this Angular, you should learn the TypeScript separately. Okay. Yes. But if you take the React.js, okay. So React.js supports both TypeScript and JavaScript. That is the main point of this. Is it clear? React supports both TypeScript and JavaScript. So that's why if you are already existing JavaScript programmer, you can simply work with that React.js. Is it clear? Yes. So like that in companies, many programmers from past few years working with JavaScript. Okay. So for them, what is the next upgrade? They want to upgrade their skills. Definitely they will choose React. Because in React, we can use either JavaScript or TypeScript. So if already JavaScript programmers, okay, they want to, okay, upgrade their skills, then definitely they will go for this React. Like that in companies, many React.js, okay, teams are established. It is clear. Many React.js teams are established. Now, if you want to, means if any company wants to take resource to add in their teams, compulsory they are looking for React resource. So that is the reason why we got the more openings for this React.js compared with Angular. Yes, yeah,
How
that
to
is the
call
main
Python
point.
with React, sir?
Yeah,
How where we call
TypeScript.
Python? Python code with React, where we call, sir? Like
Python is we are using Python as backend services. Okay, Python and Flask is there, right? In Python. By using that Flask, we are creating the API services. Those API services we are calling by using the front-end technologies like React, Angular, or JavaScript. So that concept, we are taking the Ajax concept to call it. So not only Python Flask, if you take Node.js, okay, that is server-side environment, and JSP servlets, Hibernate. Okay, all these we are using for what? For the backend API services. Here I will explain you how to connect with the API services, how to call the endpoints. Okay, with the help of Ajax. So those things I will cover. Okay, but I will show you the API services in Node.js. So if you know Java or .NET or Flask Python, so we can create API services and call those services from React. Procedure is same. How we are calling Node.js API service, the same procedure we are calling the other technology API services also, passing the payload, everything. Okay, and headers, etc. So that is also I will discuss with you how to work with the API services and all. Okay. Yes. Anyhow, this is the concept of
Sir,
this.
promises in
Uh,
JavaScript. What
What
are
is
these
that?
promises? Promises in JavaScript you will take.
Yes. A course content I will show you. Okay. Then you will get the clarity. So JavaScript is very important. Okay. Not only in development point of view, even in interview point of view. So in JavaScript, what I'm covering, introduction, okay, declarations, okay, JavaScript, how declare, okay, and variables, functions, okay, these are different types of functions, okay, and events, dynamic events, arrays, ECMAScript concepts. So hoisting, object, okay, how to get the object, bomb objects, okay, like window document, HT, date object, match string, conversion functions, Ajax promises, and promise related functions, promise that all drives any, okay, like that, and call, apply, bind, okay, how to call the functions, async await, okay. So along with this Ajax, we are also covering async await, object oriented programming concepts in JavaScript, event bubbling, trickling, event loop. Event loop means JavaScript engine, how it is working, what is event loop, what is global execution location, okay, what is event stack, okay, like that. We have different concepts, and I told you event object, after that protocols I told you state management, local storage, session storage, like that, and default, spread, closures, currying, and this is execution engine, throttling and debouncing. Okay, so that's its test box of the Gmail or Flipkart, how it is working, those things. Now, next one here, introduction, Node.js components.
Any
This is a React concept.
any website you can like how it is working, JavaScript, how it is operating. Will you explain
What
some
is
like
that?
little bit
Hmm?
how in the website
Come again.
JavaScript is operating, getting operated, like in the page?
In browser, how JavaScript is running, you're asking?
No, that basics we know, but like exactly like how that backend operation happening, that we will show, na?
Yeah,
Or like separate any
I
project.
told you, right? So backend operations database, you are asking in database point of view, right?
Yes, sir. How it goes to
Yes.
database.
Yeah, that is only with Ajax we will discuss. We are calling the API services. I will discuss a program cloud operations. Okay. In front end, we are displaying the data by using the React.js. The data we are fetching from MongoDB, I will explain you. Okay, so database MongoDB through MongoDB. Okay, and if you perform any operation like update record or delete record, so these cloud operations we will discuss. Okay, so here these are the hooks what we have, and components. So I told you single page application. Okay, yes, like that here Ajax. Now here, see, CRUD operations, database communication from front end, right? And functional components, not only functional components, class components also we have. Products like that, these are all the higher order component like that. These are all the concepts which we are discussing here. So this course content is available in the DurgaSoft website. Okay, if you open that website, so here React.js, my classes information is available in table, right? So if you click on that record, then it will navigate to that course content page. There you can find out what are available. So same list is available there. Okay. Yes. So in router point of lazy loading, router cards means login users and without login, anonymous user and authenticated user. So in website, some pages we are providing to anonymous users, means everyone who is not logged in, that person also. But some pages we are providing to only authenticated users. So those are all the concepts we'll discuss. So that's why total course duration is 65 to 70 days. Okay. Only JavaScript and spending around 20 to 25 days. After that, we are starting the reactions. Okay. Yes. So this is the concept of this. Okay. Anyhow, first we are starting with our JavaScript. Okay. Before that, some basic introduction of HTML also required for us. So that's why I will discuss HTML concepts in the next class. HTML means don't expect more. Okay. Not required also. So only 1 day or 1.5 day HTML I will discuss with you. Okay. So the core concepts in HTML, so which you don't know. Okay. For example, some people may have idea on this HTML, but they don't know the containers, okay, inline and block elements like that. These concepts we'll discuss. After that, I will start the JavaScript here. So because in further sessions, in React sessions, we are creating the registration pages, login. So these type of forms. By that time, you should know HTML concepts like what is div tag, what is span, what is inline, what is block level element. Like that, everything you should. Yes, that we'll discuss first. Okay.
CSS also will take time, little bit.
CSS, I already told you. So these are static technologies. Okay, HTML, CSS, we don't give priority to these technologies here. Okay, because how to use CSS, I will tell you. Okay, how to include CSS within the HTML tag in React.js. Okay, and how to bind the class selector. But I don't discuss complete CSS here because we don't waste the time with the CSS and HTML concepts. Even you can learn by using W3 schools. Okay, one point you should remember, for the CSS and HTML, no need to attend any classes. Okay, yes. So those introduction I will give you. Even Bootstrap was introduction because you want to use Bootstrap in the React application. So we need to install one npm package, Bootstrap package. After that only you can consume the Bootstrap classes like button, primary button, okay, secondary, these type of classes, everything. So that's why Bootstrap I will take 1 day, CSS I will take 1 day, HTML I will take 1 day. That's all. Okay. So if you understand those concepts, remaining everything you can easily go through that W3 schools or any other website. So for that, no need to spend time in classes. But JavaScript, complete JavaScript we are discussing. That's why taking those many days. Okay. Very important. Even in websites, you want to learn the JavaScript. Okay. Yeah, some information you can get, but not in detail. Okay. Like the React.js, not in detail. So that is the main thing. Is it clear? Yes, fine. So anyhow, you got some idea what the pattern we are following here. So I think two more demo classes they are providing to you. Okay. So after that, the link will change. Then you will get the Google Drive access. Okay, there recording sessions, notes, everything available to you. Okay, fine. And demo classes, as I told you, 45 to 50 minutes we're spending. After that, 1 hour session every day. And 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday. But first Saturday we don't have class. First Saturday means batch first Saturday. Okay, from next Saturday onwards, we have classes 6 days a week. Okay, so this is the pattern. Already shared this information last class. Again, I'm repeating. Okay, any more questions if you have, you can ask me. Otherwise, we'll conclude this.
So we
Yes,
will
all of you clear?
certificate also after
Gulshan,
the course completion.
Ashok, Hemant, tell me, Gulshan.
Certification after course completion or some
What
examination.
is that?
Certificate after the
Huh?
course completion. And certificate we get certificate.
Certificate, right? You're asking about certificate, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you can contact with management about the certification. They will provide. Okay. They will provide the certification. Just contact with the front office of DurgaSoft. Okay. Yes. No other doubts. Hemant, Sandeep. It's fine. Then we will continue tomorrow. You can drop now. Thank you.